Angel Reese did not request a trade from Chicago.
The Chicago Sky were done with Angel Reese.
The Chicago Sky said, we don't care. We don't want her here.
So Chicago Sky fans are in absolute hell right now.
None of the players wanted anything to do with Angel Reese going forward in Chicago.
This was supposed to be Angel Reese's moment. A rising star, a face of the league, a player everyone said would dominate for years. But just minutes ago, everything flipped, because instead of building around her, Chicago got rid of her.
She was traded because she quit on the team last year. They suspended her for a half, she warmed up, and then during the second half when it was time for her to play, she refused to go into the game. And then she refused to play for the remainder of the season and said her back hurt. That is why she was moved.
Not traded for value, not moved for strategy. Kicked out.
It's being reported that the Chicago Sky said, we need to get her out of here.
It's been reported widely that Chicago Sky wanted to get rid of Angel Reese.
The Chicago Sky wanted Angel Reese out of their organization.
And the question nobody wants to ask is, did Caitlin Clark change everything? Think about this for a second. We're not talking about a bench player. We're not talking about someone struggling to stay in the league. We're talking about a two-time All-Star. One of the most talked about names in the WNBA, a player constantly pushed as a superstar, and yet, her own team decided they didn't want her anymore.
The Chicago Sky getting dogged out because their little darling, Angel Reese, did not thank the fan base.
The Sky have already lost 2,000 followers.
Let that sink in, because teams don't just move on from players like that unless something is seriously wrong behind the scenes, and that's where things start getting uncomfortable.
This was supposed to be Angel Reese's. Look how the mainstream media is reporting. Caitlin Clark's WNBA rival Angel Reese traded in blockbuster move.
This isn't just about Chicago. If you zoom out, there's a pattern forming around Angel Reese. Left one college program, then another. Now gone from Chicago in just a short time. Every stop ends the same way. Drama, tension, and a quick exit.
Ticket prices are already exploding for the Atlanta Dreams 2026 home opener just hours after the Angel Reese trade. Get-in prices have surged from $38 to $68, nearly doubling in a single day.
You played 2 years with a team. You don't think you should have thanked the fan base for your time there?
Now ask yourself, is it really bad luck every time? Or is there something deeper going on? Because reports and discussions have been pointing to locker room tension, frustration with teammates, public comments that didn't sit well internally. And when that starts affecting a team, front offices don't hesitate. They move on fast.
Daily Mail decided to report on it. They threw Caitlin Clark's name in the title. To Angel Reese fans out there, this is reality smacking you in the face. WNBA superstar and Caitlin Clark's biggest rival, Angel Reese, is traded in bombshell pre-draft move.
There's always a breaking point. And for Chicago, it feels like that moment already came. You had public frustration, on-court inconsistency, off-court noise getting louder, and then suddenly, silence. No strong backing, no, this is our franchise player energy. Just a quiet shift towards something else. And then, boom, she's gone. Not slowly phased out, not rebuilt around. Gone.
Why you put Caitlin Clark in the title? They know that even on the day when Angel Reese got traded, you have to throw Caitlin Clark in the title. And that's got to be a reality check for Angel. They have to fit Caitlin Clark into the title.
90% of the players in this league, y'all wanted all this attention, and then when you got it and you got some criticism, you couldn't handle it.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. While all of this is happening, Caitlin Clark is doing the exact opposite. Selling out arenas, driving record-breaking viewership, becoming the center of the entire league. And most importantly, teams are building around her, not away from her. That's the difference.
Angel Reese's jerseys are on sale.
New Angel Reese jersey is fire. That is the Atlanta Dream Angel Reese 5 brick alternate jersey.
Easily sold out because they only made one.
One player creates stability. The other creates questions. And the media has already made it clear, even on Angel Reese's biggest news day, Caitlin Clark was still the headline. Think about that.
Angel Reese is being traded to the Atlanta Dream. The Dream are trading a 2027 first-round pick and 2028 first-round pick to the Chicago Sky for the two-time All-Star and 2028 second-round swap rights.
The Chicago Sky fan base has heard nothing from Angel Reese. Thanking the fans for 2 years? Nothing.
So now we get to the uncomfortable truth. Was this really just about basketball? Or did the league quietly make a decision? Because right now, everything points to one reality. The WNBA is moving in a direction, and that direction is centered around Caitlin Clark. She brings attention, she brings consistency, she brings results, and when a league finds that kind of player, everything else adjusts around them, even if that means moving on from someone they once promoted heavily.
The Sky are trading Angel Reese to the Dream in exchange for 2 first-round picks. This trade is designed to achieve roster balance and represents a great opportunity for all parties. Angel has achieved many record-breaking milestones in her first 2 seasons in the WNBA and has been competitive force for the Sky. We are thankful for her many important contributions to this league and this game, and we know she will continue to have a big impact on the court and beyond. We wish Angel all the best in her next chapter.
No more me-bounds in Chicago until Atlanta comes to town. Now Atlanta is the capital of the me-bounds.
Just a short time ago, people were calling Angel Reese the future, the face, the rival who would define the league. But now, she's on a new team, with questions following her. And that's the harsh reality of professional sports. Hype can build you up fast, but if things don't align behind the scenes, it can disappear even faster. So here's the big question. Was this just a trade? Or was this the league quietly telling us something? Because when you look at everything together, it doesn't feel random, it feels like a shift, a turning point, a moment where one player rises and another gets left behind. And whether people want to admit it or not, Caitlin Clark isn't just part of that story anymore. She is the story. So tell me this, did Chicago make the right decision? Or did they just expose something the league didn't want us to see? Drop your thoughts below.
Kathy Engelbert, WNBA commissioner, finally comes out and gives the GOAT, Caitlin Clark, the credit that she is due.
I always say, like, you need household names, you need games of consequence, and that's usually, because our season's shorter, now we'll be able to play up to 52 games over the life of this agreement. When I came in, I think we were playing 32, so you need that, and you need those stars, and Caitlin, without question, has been a huge part of the growth of our league, and she's not only an incredible player, but a great ambassador for the game. You've seen her on, she's done some work with the NBA on NBC this year, and couldn't be prouder how she's handling the moment for her, because a lot of pressure on her.